The other day I was at my parents' house and I saw there were cookies on the counter. So obviously I had to try one, and these cookies were so good. The recipe calls them Italian almond orange cookies. I realize this is kind of a regional reference, but they taste just like, but probably better than some of the cookies at Mike's Pastry in Boston in the North End. So delicious. They have a really great texture because they're made with almond flour, just chewy but crunchy on the outside. Ugh, they taste so good. I had to get the recipe, so now I'm gonna make them so I can just stuff my face. These have to sit in the fridge for a bit after I mix it all up, so I'm gonna put them together now so I have enough time to do that, let them sit, bake them off, eat them up. Let's get started. I've got a bowl with just some granulated sugar. Make sure all the lumps are out. To my sugar, I'm going to add egg whites, some honey, and I was a big dummy and I used my orange for something else, so now I have no oranges, but I do have a lemon, which is, if not better tasting. So I'm gonna zest this lemon into here. The one annoying thing about this recipe is that it says whisk until smooth. It doesn't really help me much with those words, but I'm just gonna whisk it and see what I come up with. I don't know if this is gonna be starting to create some soft peaks because of the whites in here or what it's gonna do, but I'm just gonna mix it up and see what happens. I guess that seems pretty smooth to me. It's very reminiscent of a macaron, which is exactly what this cookie kind of has the texture of. It's kind of lava-y texture, you can see. To this mixture, I'm going to put in my almond flour and baking powder. I just have some extra fine almond flour. Don't get any with actual almonds in it. You just want that fine almond flour. Now we're just going to fold this in to combine. I think we are good. It's a pretty dry, kind of crumbly dough, but also it kind of sticks together. You can see that there's no loose almond flour, even though it kind of looks like a huge loose mixture anyway, but this is where you kind of want your dough to be. They'll stick right together. I'm gonna cover this with some plastic wrap and stick in the fridge for at least an hour. It's my little almond guy. Can you see him? My dough is now out of the fridge. It is definitely firmed up. It's got nice, good texture to it. It really feels like marzipan. That's exactly what this kind of feels like. It smells so good. Now I'm gonna be popping them in the oven. I preheated my oven to 325 Fahrenheit. I have a baking tray here lined with parchment. I've got some powdered sugar here, and I'm going to roll these into a ball, roll them in the powdered sugar, and put them on the tray. So they're gonna have a nice little crinkle effect to them. I kind of want to make these on the smaller side, so I don't want to use my big cookie scoop because that's all I have. I'd say this is probably a tablespoon or so. I'm just gonna roll it into a ball, cover it in the powdered sugar. There you go. You don't have to space them out too much. They're not gonna spread like crazy, but maybe a couple inches in between each one should do you good. Just gonna keep on rolling. First batch going in, I'm gonna check these at about 10 minutes and see where I'm at. I just don't want them to be turning too brown. I kind of want to keep them on the lighter side if I can. These came out a little darker than I wanted to. I left them in there for like 17 minutes. My next batch, I'm going 15, but look at how delicious and cute these look. And here they are. This batch was in for about 15-16 minutes. They still got a little brown, but not like the other ones. I am so excited. The smell is just intoxicating. Obviously I have to try one. Twist my arm. Let's get a good one. This little beautiful cookie. And I'm just gonna break it. Oh, and it is so soft inside. The inside is like pure meringue goodness. It's squishy and just chewy. My mouth is watering. I must eat it. Oh my God. The texture is so delicious because of the almond flour. It's got that dense chew to it that is just like completely satisfying. I think I could have done 2 lemons worth of zest. I can taste it, but not as much as I really want to, but these are darn good. You have to make these for your next little get together or just for yourself. Treat yourself. Enjoy.